if everyone in the world was taking Bright Mind today, what would be maybe 2 or 3 other things that you would recommend for those people to do? You know, because I heard you talk about like meditation, other things that have positively affected you and also helped you grow your brain. But curious what you would want to tell other people to do if everyone was already taking Bright Mind.
Yeah, I mean, meditation to me is kind of like the gym for your brain. We talked a little bit about neuroplasticity. Meditation is one of the most effective tools for altering or changing the anatomy of your brain. For example, if you experience high anxiety or you do experience alterations in your mood that you don't necessarily enjoy, a lot of that does come from your fear center, which is your amygdala. And it's proven that if you meditate over a long period of time, you can actually shrink that fear center. So you become less kind of agitated and, you know, fear forward in your day-to-day life. It's proven to increase the gray matter, no pun intended, in your brain. And gray matter is interesting because scientists know, and it's proven that the more you have, the better your cognitive function is, but they don't necessarily know the exact thing that it's doing in your brain. So that's one. Meditation is just strengthening your mind. The power of your mind and the kind of quality of your mind is going to lead to a quality life. Exercise, you have a kind of neurotransmitter and BDNF kind of release when you do it that also greatly enhances your mood. Everyone should have in their tool belt, if you are feeling off or in a bad mood, just go move your body and you'll see your state in your mind will change. It's because there's a kind of chemical effect of that movement in your brain and your overall mood. You know, we're getting better at it as a kind of society, at least a little bit, but we're starting to eat better. I think that's obviously very important. We're designed to like these things that are not necessarily great for us, sugar and whatnot. And it's because they weren't around when we were evolving.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't a candy bar when, you know, in prehistoric times, right? To come across like that kind of glucose that you need was rare. You would get it from fruit, and, you know, fruit again is not that bad for you. We haven't evolved to have just abundance of shitty food all over the place. And so your mind doesn't, in your kind of stomach doesn't really understand that yet. And so it kind of has a sensational appetite for it because it evolved at a time where it was rare and you had to take advantage of eating it when you could.
Yeah. You said BDNF. What does that mean?
It's brain-derived nootropic factor. It's actually a protein that plays a critical role in your brain and nervous system. And you can increase it through things like exercise. You can increase it through things like supplementation, but it has a big effect on what's called neurogenesis. That's your ability to grow and change neurons in your brain. And neurons are just another way to say brain cell. It's a specific kind of brain cell, ones that have facilitate electrical signals, basically the way that your brain talks to each other. BDNF is just something that is very important to your overall cognitive function. And, you know, something that if you can get more of it, you're going to feel better and perform better.